Alright, good morning, good morning. Another day of Deep Rock Galactic. Time to mine that stuff. Pressing any key. Alright, continue.
Time to earn a living. Ain't no obstacle I can't clear.
Wait. Can I? Oh, I need 3. I need to unlock 3, right? Then I unlock this tier. I was kind of thinking of this. Right after an enemy hits you with a melee attack, you get a temporary melee damage bonus. 3 times each mission, you can trigger a large neuropulse explosion after you go down. Oh, so if I die, I can... When they revive me, I can scare them off.
Perk unlocked.
What else do we have here? Thorns 2. We have... Oh, what's this? These are not... these are brown? Right? One blue, one brown. Uh, it seems that way anyway. Oh, no, no, no. Ah, they're grayed out because I can't use them because I need to unlock these first. What's this? See you in hell 2? Or... Oh, so this is new. Veteran Depositor. Ah, that was boring. Field Medic. Ooh, I can revive someone instantly. Or... Damage boost. Oh, I can only get the 1 upgrade.
I really needed that perk.
Alright. Oh, it's just... It's on or off. Hold G after going down to activate. Sure. Yeah, I needed to try the miner a little bit. Actually, I think I'm gonna play solo. Drone modification? Oh! What is this? Bosco? All-purpose drone? Oh, this is just buffs for everyone. Extra revive kit. Oh. Improves Bosco's capability to mine minerals, dirt, and any kind of terrain. What is Bosco? Here we go. Development by R&D supports solo miners with mining, lightning, and fighting. The APD is not meant to be a true replacement of a co-worker, but it is known to be a bit more reliable. The APD is popularly referred to as Bosco, but management strongly disapproves the use of nicknames for equipment. Personification is known to cause depression among workers in the event of malfunctioning equipment. Oh man. Depression, that was kind of rude, wasn't it? Alright, so I can spend some stuff and I can get damage increase. Extra revive. That seems like the way to go. Yes. What about this?
For you, Bosco.
Laser pointer. Let there be light, or an extra revive again, or an extra rocket. No extra rocket, unfortunately.
The drone is getting better.
Oh, new skin.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Here the rocket. Shatter armor, we like that. Or slow enemies. Oh, we get lesser area damage. We don't like that. Here we go.
Bosco needs this.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a little bit solo. Felt like I didn't really... Yeah, I was stressed out. It was kind of like playing Warframe in... early on. Assignment mission. Ah, yes. Solo. Other bonus too. Ah. Let's try a little bit solo playing. And I am the driller. Driller is upgraded. Stone breaker. Says I am the stonebreaker, which is fine. Oh. By pinging, we give Bosco an order. Very nice.
Get ready to rumble.
Oh. Alright.
This is a salvage mission. A previous crew lost their mini-mules, their drop pod, and their lives in this cave. Find and repair the lost mules, get the drop pod operational, and return to base. Expect heavy infestation, and try not to mess it up like your former colleagues.
It's salvage. Salvage mules. Alright. Bosco will accompany you during solo missions. It will automatically help in combat. You can also request help for other actions.
Solo missions. You can have Bosco help you check out places of interest. You can mine minerals as well as fight the good fight. Should you be so unfortunate as to go down, he can also revive you, put him to good use, and he will do half the job for you.
Bosco! I really can't use this for anything.
Oh, I get it. So if I just do this,
Right there.
it will light the place up. Very nice. seems like this is the way. Alright.
Right there. Bosco, what is that?
Oh, right. Here we go. I tell you to mine that thing.
Help me mind this.
Well. Perfect. Could you...
Go, Bosco. I need the mule right here, right now.
Right here, right now. Right here, right now. There's two things on the map. Interesting. Could you... Yeah. Wait, did you not mind that?
Go! Get to work!
Ah, you have to really hit it straight on. Where did the Nitra go? Or did he pick it up himself? Hmm. Who knows?
Look there!
Big place. This is nothing, right? I don't think it's anything. Oh. It is... Whoa! Burn! And he fights automatically. Nice. That seems super interesting. Salvage! Scan the mini mule. Ah, missing legs.
Coordinates downloaded to scanner.
Oh. This all the stuff that we need? I mean, this is the legs, right? Oh, wait. Maybe this is the thing? Ah. Now I get it. How do I... Ah, I get it. Burn. Oh, good morning and good evening to you, Node Runner. How are you feeling today?
I killed a loot bug, and I'm not so proud about it.
do I open this thing? Who knows? I think I'm new as well. I think I'm a new Gen 2 fanboy.
Well, I think we're actually doing
I won't
all
put
right.
it on this computer for a long time. Need to have way better understanding to what's actually going on. But it would not surprise me if Gen 2 is my new place to be. The new goal of my life, the next couple of years at least. Node Runner is feeling pretty good. Just playing Valheim again. Nice.
Die worthless.
Finding it to be quite addictive. I mean, that actually makes me happy. Alright. Now we attach the leg. That makes us good. Very nice. Ooh, loot bug. Yeah, I kind of want to play Valheim sometime in the future as well.
Every time I have to take out a loot book.
What about this dude? Is he just doing nothing? Yeah, seems like he's doing nothing. I have so many games to play. So many stuff to do. It's actually... Yeah. Even though I'm tired, it's happy with a lot of things right now. It's not very common for me. Stuff is just fun. Oh, hello, Blasphemous. Nice to see you again. How are you doing today? You were American as well, as I remember, so it's the middle of the night for you as well, I guess. Well, middle. Late evening, maybe, is a better way to put it.
You're cute, but you're dead.
Sadly, he says. Sadly. I thought it's funny. Oh?
Worthless, but fun to destroy.
I guess you do the best of what you got. Where is the dude? Ah, right here. Right here.
Secondary objective completed. Fine job.
What about this drop pod? I can just drop stuff off. Drop stuff off. Right, we gotta fire some rockets. And this, I don't know what this is. Oh well. Gotta find salvage mules. So, but I'm getting close with the Gen 2 now. I gave up. I tried to get just pure... Get a pure Wayland thing going on. But I gave up. It was too bad. I'll get back to that. So I'm running with Sway and X-Wayland, I think the package was called. Wait, where am I going, by the way? I need to go up. Wait, no. I need to go down and up. I need to get the purple stuff, I think. So we need to go back and forth. Wait, where was the purple stuff? This way? Wait, no, right. Supposed to do that. So this way. There we go. Oh. This is confusing. Oh, right. Need to attach on both the things. I get it now. Salvage 2 drones, and both of the drones have stuff close by. Nodrunner says, I'm not a nationalist. I feel like it's weird to be proud to be in a system that you were born into. Well, actually, that gets into an interesting question. What is pride? What is pride, really? Like, if you define... It's not an emotional response to something, is it? It is an attitude. Right, kinda? Nodrunner says, I think pride is an emotion. But it's not similar to other emotions. Like we've been talking about stoicism, right? And like if you get angry about something, whatever, that is something that happens to you, right? You're not in control of something. You feel something, well, something happened to you that, and the emotional reaction was anger. So pride,
Like the sound of that.
if we have that definition of emotions and if that's gonna work out. Because pride is something you are more in control of, right? Maybe, no, it does happen to you. You are not in control of being proud. So yeah, I would probably agree with you that pride is an emotion. You become proud over something, right? Like parents becoming proud of their parents. I'm proud that I managed to install Gentoo and get it up and running. I mean, that's pride, right? You feel good about some sort of achievement. And it can be both about you, it can be about your own achievement, but it can also be about just it's an empathetic
Worthless crystal.
feeling, right? You can be proud of your parents, of your spouse, of your children. Yeah, you can be. And then kinda, I mean, you didn't choose your parents, you just happened to be born by them. So I can kinda see of. Think you maybe it is somehow you identify with the thing that you're being proud with, like your parents. You identify with your parents. This looks interesting. Identify with, what else do I identify with?
Light it up.
Light it up.
Good times.
Did that give anything? No.
This is fun.
It was just free light, and I broke it. Oh, that sucks.
This is thirsty water.
Blasphemous says, how long did that take? You have to compile each package, right? Well, I've been working on it for 2 days, 3 days now. But like most of the time takes, it's just me reading, you know? I'm reading the handbook and the wikis and doing stuff wrong and then figuring out how to do them better and working stuff out, you know. So it's a learning experience, so it takes a long time. I think I've spent just compiling packages a couple of hours, maybe 3 to 5 hours, something of the compiling packages. I actually figured out as well because I tried to not use it, but I needed Rust. And Rust was fucking retarded. When I started compiling Rust, I fell asleep. It's a programming language, right? From the Mozilla dudes. From the Mozilla dudes, I think. And whoa. Hello. Oh. We're fine. And I fell asleep and it was like 2 hours later still compiling, so I was like, no, fuck that. So I got a binary, I found a binary package to install a binary version of that. First I decided just to, no, let's screw that, let's not use it. But then I kinda needed to use it, so I found a binary package. Gentoo is about, you can do it. It's about having as much as control as possible, so you can do whatever the fuck you want. It's kind of the deal. So you don't have to, but they don't provide a lot of binary packages, no. A lot of compiling indeed. Node Runner says, I think it's good to be proud over your or someone else's achievement, but it's weird to be proud of some aspect you were born with, like being proud of your skin color or being proud of your sexuality. Oh, I get it now. Yeah, I mean, the emotion still, it's just something that happens to you, right? But it's based on your perspective and what you relate to. So you're relating to... Oops. Node Runner, like you're saying, being proud of your country is just being because you were born there. It seems equally odd to me. Like being proud of your sexuality or something like that, says Tap, yeah. There's something that you didn't have control over. And you find it. Oh, hey, stop doing that. Burn! Burn! I can see your point. I don't think the pride itself is weird. It's what you're criticizing is the attitude of the person that becomes proud of something like that. Oh man, where was the... Right here? Damn it. I lost track of it.
This is fun.
Actually, I can do this. So it's, but it's, would you agree then that pride comes from someone achieving something and that someone, or, I mean, it could be a group, I suppose. Yeah, a group effort, right? You identify as being part of a group. But then you could identify as... yeah. And I would probably agree with your attitude, Node Runner, that it's kind of weird to... I mean, you didn't achieve anything by being born gay or straight, right? So being proud of that is kind of weird, I suppose. Node Runner says compiling all the packages on your system doesn't actually take that long. The longest package to compile is usually the Linux kernel. What? No, the Linux kernel didn't take that long at all. I've heard like the big fucking packages. I mean, I was stuck in Rust for way longer, right? Before I was in there compiling for at least 2 hours before I quit it, and that's just a programming language, right? That's a dependency. I'm guessing it's partly I can understand why it would be. It's like compiling C from scratch. I don't know.
Coordinates transferred. Gotta check my terrain scanner.
Alright, straight down, straight up. I've heard most people, like in the... I haven't compiled any browser myself yet. Well, the Lynx browser I did compile, but that doesn't count. But I heard a lot of people like complaining about like Firefox and Chrome and stuff like that, and that being taking a super long time to compile. The Linux kernel didn't take very long. Well, I mean, just starting the it was my first time compiling a Linux the kernel, right? So I had to do it a couple of times because of the mistakes I made. And I still think I screwed it up somehow because the computer does not feel very responsive to me. It feels like it's...
Next time, let's go somewhere nice.
How do I put that? It feels sluggish. It freezes up like a couple of seconds fairly often. I don't know if that's a kernel thing or did something wrong. Some driver somewhere is my guess. Don't even know how to start looking for it. Node Runner says, yeah, Chromium and Firefox are quite slow as well. He also said before that it depends on how it's configured. With most Linux distros, the Linux kernel is compiled with all the options enabled. In Gentoo, you customize it and it tends to be much more lightweight. Yeah, I think that is one of the reasons I really like Gentoo. It forces me to be more lightweight in mind, more minimalist. Right? The plan right now is to just go with the Lynx browser, you know, not having Firefox, not having Chromium, none of those browsers. What is the way? I need to check the map. I think, yeah, I can go that path. I don't even remember which way I went. This way seems like a good way to go. Try turning on kernel preemption. Mesa 2. I was thinking, I don't know what kernel preemption is, but I'm gonna try to remember that until, well, this afternoon. That's... Like, how the fuck am I gonna remember that? I can type it down. I can make a note out of it. Give me a moment here. But the problem I had, it was before I had the issue I had before getting into any graphical environment. Mesa is graphical, right? I was in the TTY, like I just got Sway working out like properly this morning before this. Well, I compiled it. I recompiled it. I started recompiling it last night, and this morning when I got up, it was kind of working. So that is what I was fiddling with this morning. But let's make a note right here. Nope, not there. Kernel preemption. Kernel. 2 E's? Yes, 2 E's. Preempt. Actually, another thing that I can do then is just doing this. Kernel preempt. I just want to know what it is. It sounds preemptive, right? Mainly in monolithic and hybrid kernels where all most driver devices are run in kernel space, whereby the scheduler is permitted forcibly to perform context switch on a driver. Yeah, I'm learning about this stuff. The kernel is still new to me, right? First time ever compiling it. Alright, so kernel preemption is a method used mainly in monolithic. What is that? An operating system architecture where the entire operating system is working in kernel. Alright, or hybrid. That is what I have, right? A hybrid kernel. And operating system kernel architecture that attempts to combine aspects of benefits of a microkernel and monolithic kernel architectures and used in right? Hybrid kernels. Like I have Linux and Gentoo. Well, where all or most device drivers are run in kernel space. Yes. So your idea is that I'm driving the drivers from Gentoo rather than from the kernel itself, and that could cause like those short second freezes because it's loading and moving stuff around. In kernel space whereby the scheduler is permitted to forcibly perform context switch, i.e. preemptively schedule on behalf of a running in a higher priority. Yes, this, I mean, this sounds like it could be my issue, right? Because a lot of time when it freezes, it's when I start doing something that I like. It's not when I'm in the middle of something, it's when I start something. It could be just typing in the terminal, right? A driver or other context switch. I like this because yeah, context switching sounds like that is when I'm having freezes. The process of storing the state of a process thread so that it can be restored and resumed. Ah, thank you, Node Runner. This seems like it can be a good thing to look into. Oh man, that's very kind of you. I think you may have saved me maybe an hour of looking stuff up on the internet. How did you know? How did you know? Colgate in on tap shows up. Oh, good morning, Colgate in on tap. You have a mouse now. How does it feel? Is it weird? Do you see the potential benefits of it, or do you just miss the comfort of your pad? I'm supposing you could place it in such a way that you can use it in a similar manner as the pad. If you have a big enough desk, I suppose. Colgate on tab says it's weird, but I'll get used to it. Yeah. Alright, I'm going... We're up. We're going this way. Yeah, actually, I feel like playing solo was good for me. It's good for me, like, especially now in the early start when I'm learning. I can take my time learning the game. I think I was a little bit stressed out playing the game yesterday. Playing I'm so terrible with names. The lemon dude. He had 2 different names. And also playing public was also stressful. This here? Yeah. It is similar to Warframe. We'd recommend all new people to play Warframe to play it solo first. Learn the mechanics, and then when you pick up speed and become fast at the game, that is when you start playing together with other people. That is my recommendation anyway. Wait. Return to drop pod. I'm guessing that's... We're good now?
The mules are heading back. Follow them and let's get that drop pod fixed. Remember, you can always deposit...
Colgate Inotap asks, why was it stressful? Well, I become... since I'm slower as a beginner, right?
All mules secured.
And I'm playing with other people that are not as slow as me. The norm is that because you're moving together as a group, right? They're moving much faster than me. All those loot bugs.
Loot bug eliminated.
Exploded right over, all over the whole place. Can I get up to them somehow? Ah, let's burn.
Buck down.
So I'm trying to keep with the team, right? It's a team effort, and I try to keep up with the team and all that, rather than taking my sweet ass, slow ass time learning and just taking it easy. Yeah, instead of taking it easy, I'm trying to move faster than I don't know quite what's going on, and that makes it stressful for me. Especially since I'm kind of a slow learner, a little bit.
Bum ba bum.
Bum ba bum. Trying to do more things that I know how to. Oh, here we go. So yeah, I'm probably gonna play solo the whole day today. Like, I was trying to learn the characters, but at the same time...
Triangulation initiated. Do not leave the return to the triangulation zone. We're losing your connection.
You carry a load well, Molly.
Please get back into the triangulation zone. We risk completely losing your signal.
I'm trying to learn. here we go. The king of the hill. Oh, burn! Burn!
Triangulation at 50%.
Party one down.
Colgate in on tab says, isn't your revive talent a bit useless in solo mode? Yes. And I'm not using the revive talent. I'm pretty sure I changed it. Good looking out though. Can double check that as soon as this mission finishes.
75%, almost there.
But I'm pretty sure I switched to using 2 thorns, and when you get hit you deal extra melee damage. Pretty sure.
Uplink triangulation completed. Remote control reestablished. Stand by, sending in fresh fuel cells.
Kinda looked like it. That's right. He hits me, I hit him. Yeah, see, almost died in one single hit. Well, if I hit him first, well, that's not the same dude. I think I only dealt like half damage. Did.
Fuel cells arrived. Connect them to the drop pod by dragging out the charge cable.
Ooh.
Took out a loot bug.
Loot bug. Oh, I think I dropped the thing. What about there? Where is the entrance? Is it here? No. So close and so far away.
Charge cable plugged in. Prep the fuel cells for charge sequence.
We're gonna do it 3 times? Wait. It said plus gold. Oh, I picked up gold from the loot bug. Refuel drop pod. Okay. How do we do that? Ah. Repair the fuel line. Could you imagine that is how stuff worked in real life? Oh, let's prepare the fuel line. Take a big fucking hammer and just slam it over and over again.
Operational. We're expecting an increase in hostiles. Fuel cells at 50%.
Colgate in on tap says, is that not how it works in real life?
Bloody hell, you're hot to kill.
We have a saying in Sweden that all you need is violence, will, and Vaseline. Solve any problem.
Fuel cells at 75%.
Brute forcing always works. Kinda, right? Well, maybe brute forcing works. It's just not always optimized, to put it that way. Oh right, fire the rockets. Rockets! Fire the rockets.
Fuel cells fully charged. Drop pod engine powering up. Hold your ground. We're almost ready to pull you and the goods out.
Oh, the rockets actually leave.
Pod reactor spooling up.
Alright. If you stop attacking me, we can test out the theory. Thesis. Thesis.
Onboard mainframe booting.
Yeah. We do have the revenge melee thing. Just saw it.
Orbital trajectory.
Burn! Burn! Oh, so close.
Powering radiation shielding.
I want you to burn! Ah, no, there we go. It burns.
Ecom operational.
Oh, it also shows up in the middle of the screen. Just below, right there at the bottom. Well, in the middle bottom. Like if you just look down a little bit when I get hit, there's a big red thing. See, there it is. Boom. Boom, it's up again.
One down.
Of leaving in 40 seconds. Very nice.
That's one for the books.
Colgating on tab says it's not optimized, but it gets the job done. Exactly. Exactly. No need for fancy algorithms when you can just use more brute force. Exactly. When you can use it, right? When you can use brute force. Well, it becomes a judgment, right? How much time do you want to spend? How much effort do you want to spend brute forcing something? It's a question. More. Just go getting on tap. Actually weird hearing a mathematician say that.
Proxies have been made available to you. Keep this up, and you might just make something of yourself here.
Claimable perks. Claim reward. Claim reward.
That's for me.
Oh, 6. I needed 7 to unlock the next thing. Yeah. I'm kind of thinking of getting CUNL2. Let's double check here. Yeah. See You in Hell and Thorns. What could we replace Thorns with? Thorns wasn't super good, right? 12, 18, 24. What other red we have? Deposit to the mule, 20% faster. 20% damage reduction while within 7 meters of the mule or other deposit points. 7 meters. You have to stay kind of close for that. But 20% damage reduction is not bad. It's like yeah, you just stay close to the thing and deal the damage. Light and Senses was boring. I mean, we have Second Wind, but I don't feel like I need that yet. Maybe in the future. Like if you start moving super fast in the game, then yeah, maybe. But I'm way far from that. So yeah, thorns and see you in hell. Good for me now. Colgatein on tab says he's mostly memeing, yeah. Or brute force. Oh, man. Some reason I got a flashback to the brutes in Halo 2. Brute force. That was their deal. The Colgatein in a tab actually likes figuring out algorithms, but it's still joyful to spread the message of a brute force, even though I entirely agree with it. I mean, brute force is a tool, an algorithm is a tool. I enjoy having a variety of tools. I heard a definition of intelligence. Or attack. Channel your dwarven rage through your pickaxe while holding. Press fire. Alright. Power attack.
Mod acquired.
Sounds fun. But I heard like the one definition of intelligence when they tried to define it was just the process of maximizing your potential choices. Like maximizing your tools, kinda. That makes sense? It's a long time I heard it, but yeah, I think that was pretty much it, right? Making the decision to maximize your potential future decisions. I'm pretty sure that... Fuck, I have this memory. I don't know if it's real. It was so long ago. But I think that was kind of the idea they had when they did the first chess AI, right? That they were just maximizing. I mean, they had the win goal, but like always makes the decision that maximizes the potential win conditions. Something like that. Noderunner says, I bought the Halo Master Chief Collection on Steam. If you'd like to play the campaign co-op sometime. Ooh, I would like that. Sometime. I mean, there are so many games on the queue, though. I'm partly trying not to buy any new games. Like the whole idea of the neglected to play, right? Going through all the other ones. I don't know if you no, you didn't. You usually don't show the videos, but I have so many games that I haven't played that I own. Some of them I got for free, right? A lot of them are on the Epic Game Store. A lot of games that I've bought on Steam or just added to Steam because they were free. And then I also have the free and Libre games, right? A lot of those games that I haven't played that I really want to play. Yeah. Fuck, I haven't played Halo in years. Would really love, just for the nostalgia, right? Just playing through the campaigns. I only played 1 and 2 as well. Only Halo 1 and Halo 2. I didn't play the other games. So playing through all that is something that I didn't neglect for sure. So what do we have here? We have just increased damage, which seems like a good idea. Or we have heat, so they start burning faster, which is kind of fun. Sticky flame. Let's just go with the damage.
Much better.
I don't know how good the fire is compared, like when they start burning, how much damage is that compared to just dealing the damage? Driller's Void. Egg Hunt. kind of feels like you have a tool for a thing. Right. Part of me wants to go to soldier now. Fuck, I'm changing all the time. Like the driller, he has his... Where do I check the thing? The driller, he has the gloves, right? Or those drills. So he can make paths. Yeah, he can make paths. And he can make paths along the side of walls, which is super useful. And that's what he does. And he has to use that to get up to higher locations. That is his weakness, right? Getting up to... Well, not really. Just he has to use the drill for it. It takes a little bit of doing. And also the explosion. I mean, if you run into bosses, which as far as I understand there will be bosses, the driller has like a big fucking thing that you set out and blow up, which is good. The flamethrower is kind of fun. I like burning stuff. Set the world on fire! And the pistol is just fine. What did the gunner have? We had a spool up gun, and I think there's a pistol as well. He has faster movement. He can climb stuff faster, and he has 2 different tools for climbing stuff. Like the zipline. Oh, right, it says so to the right. The zipline, but you only have like 3 or 4 ziplines, which is sad. But you have that other gun where you can place... You can build a stair, right? Instead of drilling your way through and building a path, you can build steps for jumping up. Or the zipline for longer... let's try the gunner again. Let's try the gunner. Blasphemous says that I try not to buy games anymore unless they are bundled, or I plan on buying them right away. Yeah, I can see that. I mean... and I keep a long wish list, right? For the Steam sales and whatnot. So we want more of these. Expended ammo. Yes. We get 5 ziplines. Max angle? No. Max range? No. We want more of them.
Modification bot.
I'm the hoarder. I need more ammunition, right? I need more ammunition that I won't use. There's the shield thing as well. Wait. Am I confusing stuff? No, it's the shield generator. Who had the gun with the thing? That was the engineer who had the gun with the thing. The gun with the thing, I'm super helpful. I'm totally explaining what I'm thinking about. How many? Yes.
Just the mod.
Alright, so he only has the zipline, while the engineer has the gun where you build the stairs, right? I did not like that. You have a combat shotgun and a grenade launcher. I do like the idea of a grenade launcher. I wonder if the grenade launcher explodes terrain. Actually, the platform gun, if I can learn the platform gun, I think it can be pretty good.
Communication problem.
That is actually what I wanted to try, the platform gun. Right, let's just switch around. Switcheroo again. So this was the grenade launcher. Spend all the extra ammo, of course. Or area damage. No, that's the only one I could get.
Just a mod for me.
No, actually the platform gun. Or is it? Is this the platform gun? Yes, gun platform. No. Wait. Gun platform, platform gun. That's not at all confusing. Not at all confusing. Traversal tool. Right. Fire faster? Nope. That for sure. Extra ammo bags or high capacity magazine. So the extra magazine that gives me, does that give me 4 extra ammo as well? Yeah, whatever. Because I like running around and mining. That is, I liked doing that. And part of me wanted to play with the scout because I wanted to get on top of the mining stuff, right? I wanted to get on top.
Mod time is fun time.
But I couldn't stay on top. Like I tried to go on top and couldn't stay there and mine it. So I just fell down all the time, which was not ideal.
Bit expensive, but I really need it.
What do you have? You can deploy 2 separate sentries at once. Comes with extra ammo. Like 2 sentries as one. An upgraded model with more punch, longer range, and greater ammo capacity. So wait. Oh, it deals... Yes. That is what we want. I don't want to place 2 of them. Or do I? No. I want to spend as little time as possible planting them because I found that little bit annoying.
Oh man.
They are helpful, but... Alright. Let's try.
Mission selected. Powering up the drop pod. Get on board, team.
Actually, I just had an interesting thought. We talked about... That was some time ago now, but we talked about pride, right? And what it is. And I think... Yeah, the definition came to was that pride is an emotion that you get when someone, could be any person or a group of people, achieves, well, it's, you identify with the person or the people, right? You feel we are similar or whatever. Somehow. Oh.
All right, team.
Wait, where was I going?
Eggs this time. Alien eggs.
Oh, that hurt.
Can't miss them. They're
Ow, ow, ow.
glow. Get the eggs to Storm and Molly and get back alive.
I popped the loop pump. Let's get the minerals.
Ooh, I want to get up there. So... What is this? It's just... Oh, it's ice. It is ice. Cool. I'm skating. So, platform gun. Where was I going with these thoughts?
One platform, ready to use.
Wait, I can climb up here, right? Yes, I can. Alright, so feel pride. Because we were thinking about feeling pride about your country. It's a positive feeling, right? And we found it weird that some people feel pride over just... Ooh, what is this? Probably nothing. Nothing, yeah. Some people feel pride over weird stuff. Like being born in a particular part of the world or something along those lines.
Platform up.
How many of these do I have? Can I build my way or do I need to mine my way up here? Ah, this is the best way to do it. Yes, that's fine. He's saving. But then again, where I was going with it was that it's a positive feeling, right? Pride, you feel good. So in one sense, feeling pride about any weird stuff that you have a perspective is could be considered positive, right? Because of it makes you feel good. On the other hand, there's if you put an ethical component to the discussion, I think therein lies the crux where both me and Node Runner came to a similar feeling about the thing that, well, if you feel pride over something like that, like the achievements of anyone just because they were born a certain way, that doesn't leave much room for an actual ethical discussion about anything. Oh. It's a path. Like, for example, a lot of people feel pride over a sports team achieving something. It is strange, but it's a good feeling, right? That doesn't have any negative, doesn't have any ethical implications at all, right? That is probably something that could be encouraged. Because it's a sports team, it's not really a political entity, is it? While a country, for example, is. And homosexuality, sexuality and gender is a political issue at the moment, right? So feeling pride over that might be a bad idea as well. Having that attitude. I don't know. Blasphemous says, I'd be ashamed to be part of the collective. There's a team effort, says Colgate on top. Fuck, I missed. A lot of stuff is a team effort. Blasphemous says, I'd be ashamed to be part of the collective. What collective? And why would you feel shame? Do I hit with all the bullets from there? A lot of bullets. Right. So I put you right here.
Platforms placed. I can't carry anymore.
All the Nitra. I'm guessing the further you get in the game, the less you care about Nitra. Feels like that is where it's going. So much Nitra all the time.
The tin can is surely hungry today.
Colgate on tap says sports team is a team effort. Well, I mean, if I enjoy a sports team, personally I don't find any interest in it, but I'm guessing you're talking about like the fans are talking about they are being part of the team. I mean, we've talked about that, right? We talked about toxicity the other day and about how your mental state affects your performance, right? So if you have a lot of people cheering you on and then you could consider it's a part of the team, but it's also a little bit of a meme, isn't it?
Inventory is full. What kind of fiendish technology makes Molly constantly get in the way?
Yeah. Colgate in on tap says, weren't you talking about team members? No, I was talking about identifying a fan of the team, right? You feel proud of a team that you, like a lot of people have had that feeling, I'm pretty sure. It has been reported well enough. That people feel pride over a sports team that does well. Misunderstood then, says Colgate in on tap. But I mean, those people who do feel pride, right? They identify. We were talking about teams being based on a perspective where you identify with the person or people that you feel pride about, right? So they probably feel like they are part of the team. It's interesting, I suppose. I was just seeing if there was any way to back up that feeling. I mean, they're not helping a lot, but they are helping, I suppose. What's this? Probably nothing. It's nice. But Blasphemous says that I'm kind of curious then. What is your when you said that you don't want to be part of the collective? What does that even mean? What does it mean to be part of the collective? You mean just society in general? You don't have any choice there? Or is it a specific group or team you're thinking about? A specific collective. Because I'm kind of in a disagreement. I'm thinking like being part of a team, like there are many people in a team and some people are better at some stuff and some people are better at other stuff. And being part of this team is like contributing with whatever you're good at, right? Or the people who are not as good as you on the thing. If that makes sense. So being part of collective is not about lowering standards, but raising the like whatever you're good at. raising the skill level or whatever on the thing that you are good at. Yeah, since we're talking about pride, right? That is achievement. So, could raise the... Of any collective, any group, you could raise the skill level, right? Anybody could. I think. Yeah. Different skills indeed. Oh, let's go get this over here.
I called for Molly.
Oh! That fell down. Was super annoying. Also, nice game development. Crevices like these. And we're out. Ooh. Oh. Whoa! Run away! Blasphemous says, if you talk about how you despise what humanity is becoming, or has maybe always been, people become rather defensive. Despise. Yeah. I mean, we don't have a choice in that matter, right? We're all part of the human race. That's not something that we have a lot of control over. Put that there. Perfect. So criticizing humanity, I can see why people become defensive, right? Because it feels like the emotional response is that you're criticizing them personally. Which, I mean, criticisms are useful, right? But they're also, you also get an emotional response to them.
Ugh, air's kinda heavy down here today.
Also, if that's your view of, if you despise humanity and what it is becoming, I'm kind of curious. What do you feel like? What do you think humanity is becoming?
Time to earn your paycheck, team. Got a doozy of a swarm underway.
Because we have a different perspective on humanity. And I enjoy discussing differences in perspective, right?
I'm wondering if fighting bugs and moving dirt is the best way to make a living.
The swarm is upon you.
Right, when you have a swarm, you could use that 7-meter radius, 20% less damage. Where did that come from? That was not very good. That was way better. Oh, there's someone behind me. Leave me alone. Have a healing thing around here, I think.
The wave is significantly diminished. Well done, team.
Where shall I begin? Says Blasphemous. Oh, that is a good question. like the thing that, like, despise is a strong word, right? There has to be something specific right there. Like there has to be like the worst thing. What is the worst thing about what humanity is becoming? That's probably where to begin if you can. I mean, I know it's a difficult question. I'm sorry that I don't know how to frame it in any better way. Colgate In on Tap says that criticisms is not useful for one whose creation is being criticized. It may be useful for other people, but criticism is not being useful for one whose creation is being criticized. Of course it is. It's feedback. I mean, people can have different skills in how they give criticisms, right? But it's like criticisms also, they can be good and bad, right? Like if you do something good, you can, usually we use it in the term of looking at the bad things about what you did, but that's a lot of what we humans do, right? We look at the bad things. We've been talking about that as well. I think yesterday? No. I don't remember quite when, but we tend to see the bad things. And there is some value to looking at bad things, I suppose. And there are also some problems with it, but it's the way it is. It's just part of life. But criticisms is right. You can. Oh. Person X had this point about this thing I made, and you can internalize it in many different ways. But like either you can say, "Oh, that's a valid point. I can make it better that way," or if you give criticism on the good spectrum, "Oh, they like the way I did that there because of this. Maybe I should put that to memory and to continue to use that." Whatever methodology I used to create the thing in the first place. Like criticisms is useful. It's like half of the job of what a teacher does, isn't it? Criticisms. For personal development. I think. Go get in. All right, here. Node Runner says, let's start with this. Despise is an emotion, right? Yeah. All right, so you have an attitude towards something, humanity, and that attitude that you have towards humanity then triggers the emotion of despise. Does that make sense? It is. It's blasphemous. Colgate In on Tab says, it's not feedback. Criticism is for finished objects. There is nothing to be done about it. Feedback is useful. You can learn from it, Colgate In on Tab. You can learn from it. Right? Anything can be considered feedback, right? That's the basis of the thing that we call behaviorism in psychology is that everything can be seen as you have a stimuli, right? Something happens to you, right? You have a stimuli. Something happens in the world that you react to. That's the whole basis of the thing. And criticism is a thing that you can react to. Right. And that you can learn from anything, right? And criticism is stimuli that, good or bad, gives an evaluation of whatever you did, or whatever you do, or whatever type of like whatever the criticism is about, right? You can learn and adapt to the criticism. So I think criticisms can always... Whoa, I'm freezing. That's an environmental thing, isn't it? Cool. Cool. Colgate on top says, okay, criticisms can be useful for future projects. Yeah, exactly. The usefulness is always in the future, right? Well, it can be if it's a work in progress as well, I suppose. Node Runner continued, since humanity is an emotion, therefore you could despise humanity and have no real reason. Well, I thought you were a determinist, Node Runner. There is a reason. It could be based on an experience you had as a child and no longer remember, yep, or are conscious of. Yeah, and it has built up an attitude, a worldview, right? You view humanity in a specific way, and that view triggers... what was the word? Despise. That makes sense? Similar to how Node Runner have said before that he feels like we live in a simulation despite not believing in it logically. Yeah, it's an... I remember we were talking about that and the discussion was like... Damn it. Look, I had a good comparison that I made in my head to... Since I hadn't had that exact feeling, but I had a good comparison to the feeling of feeling, your feeling of sometimes feeling like you're in a simulation. That feeling of being in an emulation, though, that is a different type of feeling. That's not an emotion. That you don't... I don't remember quite that discussion, but as far as I remember, it's just... Oh, it feels like that. Like, it's more like a feeling like, oh, the water feels cold towards my mouth. But that's not an emotional reaction, that's... That's the raw qualia, right? It's more the experience of the stimuli. That makes sense? Rather than the emotional response. Is there such a difference? In my mind, it kind of feels like they are not... Like the despisement of humanity is probably something different. Blasphemous says, it is from everyday dealings with people. Alright, so then it's not about humanity, it's about the people you deal around with your life. It's anecdotal, right? It's not about what humanity is becoming, it's what your environment is becoming. There we go. If that makes sense. Blasphemous continues, I was a lot more ignorant to this feeling when I was younger, and I was around people less. Oh, I had the switched experience. I was around a lot more people when I was younger and less now. I have less despise in my life now. Interesting that. But a simulation that continuously repeats itself, where we may have some memories from the previous reset, could be a possibility. I suppose. Could be, could be. Like, always, we've been talking about simulation theory, right? It's always speculation. We don't have nearly enough stuff to go on. It's a super interesting and fun speculation, I'll grant you that. But we can't really say anything about reality in itself within that speculation, unfortunately. It's a good thought experiment. It gives you possible perspective. Like the one that you gave, Blasphemous, was very similar to Nietzsche's ideas about eternal recurrence. The eternal recurrence is, I think he called it. You see, I can spend some time just running around. I don't have to feel stressed about finishing the mission super fast. Like I did yesterday, I was trying to move fast, you know. Today I can just move slowly. I like that. I like moving slowly. I think I pissed something off.
I'm glad we have someone to carry our rocks and stones.
Colgate in on tap says, or anime? What about anime, Colgate in on tap? Could we all live in an anime? Ooh. Loot bug.
Loot bug eliminated.
Oh, gotta go down. It's the way of it. Wait. I did place the egg, right? I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Explosions! Blasphemous says people in general, not just the ones that I deal with. It is more widespread than that. They are not that unique and different from the rest. They start to become extremely predictable as time goes on. Well, people becoming more predictable doesn't say anything about people. It says more about you than anyone else, right? It's about your skill of predicting what other people will do.
Wally is on the way.
In that way, in that sense, people have not, like you say, people become predictable. That is because people are not changing. We've been pretty much the same type of people for thousands and thousands of years. Our context changes, and therefore our behavior changes based on the context. But like the base drivers, if you want to call them that, our kernel, if we're Linuxy nerdy, it's still the same. And any changes to that would not be perceivable for any human being. It wouldn't be possible, because that happens over generations, right? Wonder, can I shoot that thing? I kind of want it. I can't get it. Colgate in on tab says simulation, anime, dream, poem, oral tale, visual novel, could be anything. Yeah. could be something similar to what we experience, but probably not. It's like all of those are speculation, right? That's why I don't attribute it to any religious beliefs, right? Just like not any... Well, I don't have any religious beliefs. Religious speculation can be fun, but I like the scientific approach. What do we agree on? What can we figure out together as a species with a methodology that leads us to come to the same conclusions every time? No matter who you are, where you are, when you are. If you do a thing and get the same results, that is what the world we live in is like. And that is feedback worth adapting to. I wonder what that green thing is. Wait, we have a green thing over here as well, I think. So maybe I can check. What is this? Oh, there's probably something in here. I'm pretty sure that the lemon dude said something about that. Here we go. Pick it up. Where is... Get over here.
Okay, come here.
Get over here. Right, yeah. People become predictable. That's about your knowledge. Wouldn't you agree, Blasphemous? And I'm guessing that that is something everybody experiences, that people become more predictable the longer their life moves on, right? I would assume, since you get more and more experience with people. The more experience you get, the better you become at predicting what they're gonna do next. We are pattern-seeking species, after all. Recognizing patterns is one of our strengths. I think. I believe. There we go. Believe might be a better word, because that's when we're talking about strengths, that's opinions. Opinions indeed. Let's deposit some stuff. Blasphemous say they haven't changed much over the past century or so, at least. Nietzsche referred to them as the last man. Ooh, that part of Nietzsche I think I've missed. And I think I would disagree with that view as well, right? Like, biology claims that it's not about centuries. Like, when they can find, well, the archaeologists, right? When they dig up skeletons and stuff like that, they can't see any difference. They have to go like 50,000 years back to actually see some significant differences. I believe. Was it 50? Don't quote me on that. It could have been 15, but I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around there. Of course, they're not in agreement, so it can be 50,000 years, it can be 75,000 years, maybe it can be 25,000 years. But it's still order of magnitude higher than you just placed, though. So where are we going? There's an egg. I forget. I gotta do... Oh, no, I did need to go up here. Let's go this way around and up. And climb this way. So something. Right that way. Is it down here? It's below me. Have I not picked up an egg from this little thing? No, I hadn't.
Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready.
Well, that went well. Come on, throw it up there. No. Alright, let's try that again. Ooh, magnetite.
Combat positions. The swarm is here.
Yeah, the swarm is here. Can we please turn it in to this dude before the swarm gets there? Perfect. Right. Need... Ooh, is this health? No. Need health. There's been very... Wow. I'm shooting at the wrong spot. Oh, what is happening? I am screwed. Let's run away. Pretty sure one of them is a spawner. Gotta need to get that shield up. Colgate in on tab says Harry. Was that the guy who wrote the article? Has worked with AI pattern recognition. Pattern recognition is part of it. But you have to understand as well that the pattern, you're seeing that from your perspective. That's why I feel I don't... Ooh, that ammo was over. Oh. Why didn't I put this one out? I haven't put a single one out. Here. Kill him. And I'm all out of ammo. Feeling I'm having, the way it seems to me is Colgate in on tab says, yeah, article writer Harry. Is that I don't quite know where our discussion were going, but can I recall this? Yes. Perfect. I can just place it wherever I want. I just need to build it. Perfect. I like that setup. So I have an endless of the thing. The mistake that Blasphemous is doing is that the patterns, like the trends, there's an assumption that humanity is changing, while it can be, the pattern can emerge from different places. That's what I'm saying, because I mean, society is changing, yes, but humanity itself, probably not. And part of me really wants to try to convince Blasphemous to change his attitude towards humanity. Because what I see, if someone despises humanity, there is a self-hatred in that. And that is not very healthy. And I would prefer Blasphemous to be healthy and like himself. Because I've been self-hating quite a bit in my days, and I don't wish it on people. I want people not to have that in their life. Yeah. That makes sense. Oof, man. Self-hatred is the worst. Wait, why are you not? What about this? Here we go. One more, and I think this is fine. Ooh. Inbound. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I gotta run. I gotta run. Colgate on tab says he worked for solving the Vanguard problems in AI. Then he kept a few years. He kept a break for a few years for ethical reasons. But recontinued after he was convinced that the upsides outweighs the downsides if he's careful. Yeah, a lot of people will have that thinking, right? Maybe it'll be bad, maybe it'll be good. Who knows? I think I'm gonna fail this mission. Part of me thinks I'm gonna fail this mission. Wait, I did climb up on it before. What not? Why not now? Maybe this was in the way. Like so? Blasphemous says, I definitely love myself. Nice. That's good on you. Good job. But if you despise humanity, don't you see yourself as humanity? Maybe I'm just a little bit confused. I misunderstand stuff all the time. Blasphemous says one can do their best not to be what they detest, instead of just going along with it as if they have no choice, because that is just how things are. Yeah, I think we're talking about a little bit different things here. There seems to be some types of misunderstanding, because I didn't understand that in the context that I'm thinking in right now. So let me try to reframe. Blasphemous says, I've met many self-loathing misanthropes that are people who wants to watch the world burn. Is that it? I don't quite remember. Misanthropes. Yeah, philanthrope wants to make the world better. Misanthropes are more about making the world worse. I've met many self-loathing misanthropes, though, so I can see where you're coming from with that statement. I don't want to see the world burn, though. I want to see the world thrive. I want to see humanity thrive. Where is... I should have told him to come over here. Get over here. Ah! Hit right there.
Egg collection completed. Well done. Pull the escape pod in when ready.
Make every bullet count.
Wait. I thought it was 360 degrees. It seems like it isn't. Look at that. Right? Or am I imagining things? Seems like you need to look a direction. That was a good thing to learn. Node Runner says it will be good and bad, just like any other technology. Well,
That's how you do it. Drop pod is on the way.
if it continues just being a tool, if we assume that it continues just being a tool, then the tool is just a tool. The tool itself is not neither good nor bad. It's people will do things that could be judged as good, and people will do things that could be judged as bad.
Is returning to LZ. Drop pod departing in T-minus 5 minutes.
Colgate in on tab says he was worried about.
Platforms, please.
Get up. Get up there. Ooh, and the drop pod is right here. I survived. I survived.
Go, go, go. Drop pod isn't waiting for
No. 4 minutes. I need to survive 4 minutes. No, here we go. Oof.
Has been successfully retrieved.
Perfect.
Snap it.
Let's get out.
Around forever.
Perfect.
Retrieving escape pod.
Colgate in on tab says he was worried about developing AI with cognitive abilities because some person with malicious intent could be dangerous. Could be dangerous and do dangerous stuff with the robot, being able to blend into the people's masses. I don't quite understood cognitive abilities. I mean, they already have. Right? Isn't that the whole neural network thing? Is to all those AIs are built on the idea that they should have cognitive abilities, right? And some people with malicious intent could be dangerous. Yeah, but they can, like, people with malicious intent can be dangerous with a hammer as well. But I mean, I get it. I'm guessing some people, when they were building the atomic bomb, took a break from for ethical reasons. And I mean, we don't, just like they didn't know, we don't know where this AI thing will go. Blasphemous says that inside every cynical person is a disappointed idealist. I've heard that before, and I think I identified myself as a cynical person for some time. So I think I think you're spot on, Blasphemous, on your point there that you made earlier. Self-loathing misanthrope, was that what I was then? Ugh, sounds rough when you say it out loud, doesn't it? Cynical. Luckily I've moved on. Yeah, I was an idealist as well. Luckily I moved on from that. Idealism is... I don't like it, man. It is... If you want a dangerous attitude, become an idealist. It doesn't matter what ideology you follow, as long as you feel like everybody should behave in a manner that you feel good about. You're making a mistake. You are making a mistake. Colgate tab says yes, but you can pretty clearly tell AI from human beings. I'm pretty sure they've managed to, what's that again, Turing test? That they're beating the Turing tests.
Your performance hasn't got
They are getting close. Like
They believe you're ready to face
GPT-3
claim.
could probably come. I mean, the Turing test itself, like distinguishing from humans and not, is Ah, and also that, yeah, I remember that. Blasphemous is linking this person does not exist. That's another point of like not distinguishable, right? Fuck, this time I liked the engineer. Cave complexity, super high cave complexity, interesting.
Mission selected. Your chariot awaits, gentlemen. Move
So
out.
actually, I was trying to, I left that behind. I tried to reframe the discussion to match up with Blasphemous idea here. One can do their best. I'm going back in the chat now. One can do their best to not be what they detest. Doesn't people always do that? No. Well, it becomes difficult in the definition, like I think there's a lot of drug addicts that detest their own behavior and what they are. And they could be considered, I mean, from one point of view, I would probably agree with the state that they are
Our scanners have picked up a massive deposit of a quark. We're sending you in alongside a heavily armed lifter to get as many out as possible. We're picking
that they
up
are doing their best.
the area, so keep it snappy. A quarks can be extracted.
Everybody's always doing
Search for a
their
big
best,
green light. Get it done, team.
aren't they? Well, not always, I suppose. I think that is a loot thing. Maybe this is... Oh, I fell down. That hurt. Let's see. And it actually... That statement... What is going on here? I'm almost already dead. Alright, so... Seems kind of similar to people... We've talked quite a bit about having locus of control. Feeling that you are in control of your life, or feeling that you are not in control of your life. And that psychology probably agrees with Colgate Innontap's statement that if you want mental health, you should try to see yourself as being in control and changing, working towards not being of whatever you detest. That's not his point, I don't think. It's just a reflection I had. Oh, look at this. Right, now I need to get back up here somehow. Can I go this way? Yes. And I can go this way as well. Alright, and I can
I
roll
hate
that.
thorns.
Did you see that?
Form.
I think you saw it. That was horrible. Where did it go? And we go back down and...
Your time is up, Craig.
Alright, let's try this again. Let's see.
It prickles.
Alright, and then he continued. I have met many self-loathing misanthropes. I still haven't defined that, actually. I need to make a quick misanthrope. Bro. Misanthropy is the general hatred, dislike, distrust, contempt for the human species, human behavior, or human nature. Oh, right, so they don't want to... I completely misunderstood that. It's not about making the world better, it's just... Yeah, right. And that's when he thought the... When I asked if he liked himself, right? That I didn't want him to, because misanthropy is a kind of self-hatred, right? And that is, he claimed that he is not, which is very nice. Which is very nice. I've been misanthropic in parts of my life, for sure. For sure I have. It's not good for you. Misanthropy is not good for you. I mean... Yeah, it's not good for you. It's not stoic. Let's see, Turing-Gate, to go back to... to go back... Turing-Gate, Colgate InnoTap said, Turing tests only has text input. It is quite different task to go out there and get body language and everything right. I mean, yeah, but... Like, you can do so many things on the internet today. You don't have to go out there and be among people. You can do more... Like, if you're afraid of doing damage to humanity, you can do that just being on the internet. You don't have to... It's about social manipulation, right? So you don't have to build a human-looking robot for it to do damage. I think. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry, Blasphemous. He said at least when it benefits them. That was the mistake when I went back in the chat. Now I don't know what we were talking about when he said at least when it benefits them. I'm sorry. Nodrunner says, what are some other examples of technologies that can generate non-distinguishable work? And why is AI more scary compared to these? What are some other examples of technologies? And Blasphemous said, yes, it isn't being a sociopath. I think that's a response to misanthropy being sociopathic. I'm not so sure I agree with that. Misanthropy and sociopathic is two different things. Maybe. Fuck, my mind is all jumbled up today, and jumping around in the chat was a mistake. Alright, so... Nodrunner asked, what are some other examples of technologies? Yeah, that's... we have the virtual reality, right? I don't know, I think... what most people find scary, or what has been most generally discussed about AI, is the alignment problems, right? That is the scary bit.
Wonder what slot they're serving in the canteen tonight.
All right, let's... the turret here? No. Oh. Wonder how well that will work. Oh.
Swarm! I repeat, swarm!
It's working great. But I think it triggered a swarm, which was not ideal, but hey, what are you gonna do about it? Oh, I got health from something. Yeah, get over here and swarm me over here. You got it. Actually, I'm quite curious now as well. Wait, I think I need to pause this first. I don't know the difference between all these terms. Sociopath and psychopath. Sociopathy, the word element social has been commonly used in compound words since the 1880s. The term sociopathy may have been first introduced in 1909 as an alternative to the concept of psychopathy. It was used to indicate that the defining feature is violation of social norms or antisocial behavior. Yeah, it's about the behavior. Well, psychopathy is about the inner state, right? The term is used in various different ways in contemporary usage. Robert Hare, I recognize that name. Psychologist from Canada, known for his research in the field of criminal psychology. He's a professor emeritus at British Columbia, where his study centers on psychopathology and psychophysiology. Stated in the popular science book Snakes in Suits that sociopathy and psychopathy are often used interchangeably. Yes, but in some cases the term sociopathy is preferred because it is less likely than psychopathy to be confused with psychosis. Oh, since they are used interchangeably, then sociopath is better than psychopath. Whereas other cases, the two terms may be used in different meanings that reflect the user's view on the origins and determinants of the disorder. He's just calling it the disorder, though. Are contended with the term sociopathy. That the term sociopathy is preferred by those that see the causes as due to social factors and early environment. The term psychopathy is preferred by those who believe that there are psychological, biological, and genetic factors. Oh man, I had a complete misunderstanding about that. That is why I've been using psychopathy. I thought it was like... But I don't have any good sources on it. I just thought that there was a percentage that were born different. Sociopaths are the ones that I would have considered to have like severe or extreme narcissistic personality disorder, right? Social factors and early environment. He calls that sociopathy, so it's maybe it's a scale kind of thing. Scale definition, psychopaths. Like, since the behavior ends up being very similar between the three, then one could distinguish it as psychopath is the most extreme. That's the one that cannot... There is no changing. They are the way they are. Sociopath is someone that has to live with the disorder and just deal with it somehow, but they maybe like wonder if people feel like have that. Like in my mind, it has been a difference between not being able to empathize, right? Understanding, like not being able to have any empathy feelings, while sociopathy or narcissism then is more the act of not using it, right? Just looking away, right? It's possible they can see it and experience it. They just tried their damnedest not to. That's the way I had seen it before, but maybe psychopathy is not a real thing. Hare also provided his own definitions. He described psychopathy not as lacking a sense of empathy or morality. Morality, I don't think, but lacking empathy. So, not as lacking a sense of empathy, but sociopathy as only differing from the average person in the sense of right and wrong. Wait, what? I didn't understand his own definitions. Felt like a little bit, little? Thin. There we go. Colgate Innotab says, before the pandemic, sneezing was pretty normal in public. You could have a robot that spread some dangerous disease by sneezing. And it can't be done through the internet. Nowadays it's a bit harder. Well, if you had a robot that spread some disease, you could do it more subtle than sneezing, because sneezing is still calling attention to you. You're right? So you could just have like something walking around and just blowing it out. Subtly, not noticeable, and just spreading it out in the air. So it wouldn't need to be sneezing. That's an interesting discussion, like having robots that look exactly like humans and behave exactly like humans. Well, if they're a tool. But I mean, it's as with all the things. It's the people who are using the tools. Colgate Innotab says, true, distancing and masks still make it more difficult. Yeah, right. Stimuli and response. Humanity has had a proper rough stimuli and we react and learn from it. But maybe we should stay away, like, from each other a little bit. Oh, it's out of ammo. Can refill it. But I don't want, not at this very moment. Oh, actually, no. Oh, I don't even need to have it here. There are other turrets that shoot for me. On these two sides. So let's hold it. And can I unpack it somehow? Actually, there we go. Yeah, that's how to unpack it.
Ready to be built.
Blasphemous says, the more homogeneous people become, the easier it will be for AI to trick people into believing they're real. Homogeneous, that's samey, right? The more similar people become. But that's not the trend, though. This is correct, yeah. People are, like, the trend of humanity is not becoming more homogeneous. The trend of humanity is becoming more varied. Isn't it? I want to get over here. this way. Can I get up here? No. Alright. I want to have a little path right here. Oh, I don't even need to climb. I can just open a little door. I'm guessing that some places, isn't the whole point of people being so upset about politically, people are getting very angry a lot of the time. Isn't the whole reason because people think more and more differently from other people? And we have difficulty working together when we think so differently from each other. Is that all the gold? I think it was. Very nice. What are we doing? We're collecting stuff and extracting stuff. So I don't have to build anything, I just need to collect the stuff. And there's one thing to collect. Oh. Over yonder.
Prickly!
Oh, I can probably see it through the map here, can't I? No. I was sure I was gonna see something here. Yeah, there it is.
That'll leave a mark.
I think I need to make that path a little easier. Maybe not, I don't know. Node Runner says they are not thinking differently, they are thinking more the same. People in general, is that what you're saying, Node Runner? They think they are thinking differently, but they are just repeating what their side has trained them to recite. Yeah, I mean, I agree that that happens a lot, right? For a lot of people. Like I've said many times, right? What people vote on are often informed by what their parents voted on. Oh, they have limited ammunition as well. It seems. That's not very good.
Sweet.
What I'm saying is that 200 years ago, were there any communists? Say 500 years ago, were there any communists? Were there any utilitarianists? Did people want a meritocracy? if the answer is no, then we have more divergent thought now. No? We have more differences in opinions. Like, how many people are... Like, again, we come from a little different cultures, right? But from my culture, what did it say? Like 60% was religious in Sweden, I think. Something like that. We have like the New Agers. New is in the name, and maybe it's not so new ideas, but maybe. What about the people who gain their morality from the Avengers? What about those people? What about the people who got their morality from Harry Potter? Are we all thinking the same? More the same than humanity used to? I'm not so sure. I think if everybody thought the same, there would be no political disagreement. Well, I mean, the more people think differently, the more political disagreements, right? The less people think the same, the more people think the same, the less political disagreements. The less people think the same, the more political disagreements. Isn't that a necessity how it works?
Depositing.
Blasphemous says, is it true in Sweden that they have not been enforced COVID restrictions as much? Well, that is pretty true. I think, like, again, I haven't been to your country. I've just seen on the TV as well, but there is a lot less. We had, like, they were part of our... Like, I'm not well versed enough in how that works, but like part of our constitution, if you will, or grundlag, as we call it. Like a lot of our laws were such that the government are not allowed to restrict our movements. The government is just not allowed. So they haven't been doing that. And also early on, one of the university doctors, right, gave the, like, they had a lot of recommendations that we wanted to, yes, lessen the spread, but not like eliminate the spread, because he had the idea that we can't eliminate it. So being extreme will have different negative consequences, right? People losing jobs and all that. So it's a balancing act a little bit. So we want to have just the right amount of people to show up in the hospitals for the people to take care of, right? Then, I mean, that was the idea. Like early on, we mismanaged it like crazy. A lot of people died that didn't really have to die, which was kind of sad. But I mean, hindsight is 2020, right? But yeah, not a lot. We don't have many restrictions. We've started being more restrictive. It's been a lot of encouragements. We didn't have a lot of rules, but there has been a lot of encouragements. Not a lot of rules, but a lot of encouragements. Like social... Oh, fuck, that was the wrong button. We've had social stigmatization. Yeah, I have acquaintances that have been out partying every weekend. That's just as usual. I mean, sucks, I suppose. Part of me is mostly pissed about them because that has... the consequence of that has been changes in and approaches in lawmaking that is giving the government more control, which I find kind of sad. Like, why the fuck would you just not take it easy on the partying a little bit? But I mean, a lot of those people they're not politically inclined. They just want to have a good time. And yeah, I suppose that happens.
The pain!
The pain! Colgate in on tab says, you're just not woke enough. Wait, am I not woke enough? In regards to what? Who is? Nordrunner says, you expect us to believe that when the law doesn't allow the government to do something, they will follow the law instead of changing it? I mean, that's the point. That was the point of the law, right? It was too difficult to change. It's like some laws you can change super easily. Other laws require a lot of what's it called? Interventions? Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know.
Platform created. Hunter will
And quite a bit of the laws were such that, like, I know that they did some intervention because they were not allowed to close down the libraries. Fuck, please don't kill me. They were not allowed, but they didn't know they weren't allowed. So they closed down the libraries, and they got smacked on the fingers for closing down the libraries. That made me happy, but what was the consequence? Yeah, they took the effort to change the laws, so they were allowed, which I found sad. Yes, I did indeed. Blasphemous says, anytime major disaster happens in America, they definitely exploit it to take away more freedom. Yeah. I mean, I think that's a little bit of a straw man. Like, for sure, there are people that, yes, more power to me. Of course, there are people like that. I'm not disputing that at all. But I'm thinking most people, like what happened in Sweden, right?
That's it.
We want to limit the spread of this disease. We do whatever we can just to, without really questioning or thinking about the possible negative consequences. Like, as I often say, don't attribute something to malicious intent when it can easily be explained by ignorance. I think it's way more ignorance that ends up having those consequences. If that makes sense. Yeah. It's like all the discussions of censorship. There's like ignorance on both sides, which is so sad. Oh wait, it's like... No, they're ideologues. Ideologues that don't... I'm a pragmatist, right? I want people to look at stuff pragmatically and long term. For me, politics is about being long. It's about long-term thinking, right? So I really dislike the oh, let's change our basic laws based on this 1 year. I don't like it. I like my laws to be
Swarm, it's a big one, team.
as informed by ethics as we possibly can make it. Right? You remember we talked about I really like that distinction, so I'm internalizing it. The distinction between like politics, ethics, and personal value judgments or whatever. Like they are different things. And you can behave like you've probably heard that many times, just as I have heard many times that like all people are hypocrites. But from this new point of view, people are not hypocrites. It's like, yeah, they have one code of ethics, and that is what a code of ethics is used to strive for, like what we want society to look like and function like, and probably a bit of our own personal. We're trying to be better, right? As Blasphemous said earlier, right? We're trying to be what we don't detest. So we're trying to be better. So the ethics have a little bit of that. Then we have our politics. And they are a little bit different. They are more practical inclined than ethics. Ethics are like pure abstraction, right? Politics is more practical discussion and actual implementations, systematic implementations. And then we have our own, I don't know what word I would use for it, but our own personal behavioral patterns, right? And those are completely different as well. And when talking about them, like you're not a hypocrite just because you don't follow your ethics, right? Fuck, I went off on a tangent. Why did I go off on that tangent? What was I thinking about, talking about?
Inventory is full.
Here. We started off with the exploity thing. And then moving on towards the... Yeah, don't attribute malice. Then I don't fucking recall. Damn it. Alright. Blasphemous says, American tends to worship their politicians. It is scary. They're treated like celebrities. Yeah, I mean, it's the same in... well, we don't worship our politicians, but it's very similar, right? It's when you have a representative system, then it becomes a popularity contest, right? And it's a sad system. It's a bad system. Well, I don't like the consequences. Because what merits are we looking at then? Thinking like a meritocratic person? If we think like a meritocratic person, if that is even a word, I made it up. If it wasn't a word, it is now. You're welcome. What merits do they have? Well, they're very good at making people like them. And, I mean, in America, worship, I guess, yeah, you know, being popular, getting popular. I mean, who were the popular kids when you went to school? And who was best at becoming popular? Yeah, it was the fucking bullies. That was the way it was in my school anyway. The bullies were the popular kids. Not necessarily, and I'm hyperbolizing quite a bit. But it is a little bit. There's a little truth to it. Okay, I need to just go down. I really didn't want to, damn it. This map is too three-dimensional. So what path down do we take? Not here, not there. We take this path. I think this was a valuable path. Bismore. Good find. Leave me alone. I'm mining. Did you not hear me? Right, so how am I gonna get up again? Especially carrying 4 more of these things. Holy shit, this map. This map is gonna take hours. I'm going over here. Fuck. Oh no, no, nope. That is big nope. Yeah, thanks for that warning. Not at all gonna die here. Alright. Grenade launcher on flying enemies. Silly indeed. Blasphemous says bullies are rich that have little clue as to what real life is like. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that their life is not as real as ours. Anyone alive? That's real life. They don't have any clue of what the majority's lives are like. That statement I can get behind. That's subtle, but I feel like a quite important distinction. Could you not? Could you leave me alone? I'm actually considering abandoning this mission. I have so little life. They're becoming more and more dangerous. And just carrying this up? I don't know if I'll manage. Like, how am I supposed to do this? Sentry's out of ammo.
Like that.
Alright. Blasphemous links a page. Let's check it out. Britannica.com. The Philosopher King. Oh, I've heard that before. Isn't that wasn't the Persian Emperor a Philosopher King? Something like that. Philosopher King. It's an idea according to which the best form of government is that in which philosophers rule. Ugh. Ugh. No. Ugh. The ideal of a philosopher king was born in Plato's dialogue, Republic. think I've read that. Like the actual text. Well, translated, of course, but I think. As part of the vision of a just city. It was influential in the Roman Empire, and it was revived in European political thought in the age of absolutist monarchs. It has also been more loosely influential in modern political movements, claiming an infallible ruling elite. Yeah. In Plato's Republic, the leading character Socrates proposes the design of an ideal city as a model for how... I mean, a lot of people get to this idea, right? Who came up with this idea? A philosopher, of course, right? So who wants the politician to rule? That's the politician, right? It's this very simple idea. It's a very ideological idea. It's like, oh, everybody who thinks just like me, they are who should be ruling. Because those are the merits that I value. I say that power corrupts. I say power to the people. Actually, not power to the people. I say I want people to become more involved. That is what I have, the hope I have for politics. Increased democracy. That is what I would want to see. Because no matter, like when you're, and that is why I really dislike this this definition that they put here. I fucking hate it. A form of government, like especially when you take that attitude, what do? You look at the people at the top, and the people at the top are not the one who makes the gear grind. The people at the top is not who's making the machine work, right? They are organizers that are working for the people, right? So if, like me, one would agree that they would want to see a more inclusive society where people were less mean towards other people, my belief is the way to do that is not to have this, not to look at the ruling class or ruling elite or whatever. That's such a minority of the whole of society, right? Sure, they're in the public eye, just like celebrities, they're in the public eye, and I don't say just ignore it. It's an important discussion. It's important to keep them accountable, right? They should have a public eye on them. Like the more responsibility you have, the more the public eye should be upon you. I agree with that. But like if we're doing political things and want to make stuff better, you're looking in the wrong direction. I say the way to look is, because none of these people, none of the philosopher kings, none of the politicians, none of the Bill Gates, none of the Musks, not me, not you, not any of our ideas are more valuable just because they're ours. They have no inherent value. The value judgment is made by the individual. So therefore, looking at a good democracy is about looking at the individuals, all of them. Look at them. Don't look at the king, look at the individuals. Blasphemous says, I'm under the impression that it usually takes a sociopath to want to rule over people. One with narcissistic characteristics. To paraphrase Douglas Adams, a person who has the capacity and manages to get himself elected president should under no circumstances be allowed to have the job. Kind of like that, Blasphemous? I mean, we all have political opinions, right? And we would want to see society move in a direction that aligns with our ethics, with our behaviors, and like just align more with us. We all want to see that. And that's Nietzsche's will to power, right? So I'm under the impression that, I mean, it depends on how you define rule. We think we all want to have our hands in making the rules, but actually being the guy on the top, being in the government. Like if we look at the guys on the top, not necessarily the decision makers, right? Because I want to see the people as the decision makers, and the people are the decision makers ultimately. But the people who organize and answer to the people, those probably is people who like the spotlight. No, not the spotlight. The power over other people. And I'm not read a lot of psychology, but I've missed out on that part, the part about the power dynamics. I haven't read much about that, but I get the feeling that, yeah, they have a will to power greater than others, and that could be a narcissistic trait. I wouldn't go as black and white as you, Blasphemous, and say that it usually takes a sociopath or narcissistic characteristics. I'd say that there is a correlation. How strong it is, I think I would say that it's my use, but I'm guessing also that we come from different societies, right? We're used to different things. But so from my perspective, what I have seen from rulers and whatnot is less narcissistic, less of all the things that you have seen. So therefore my value judgment also becomes a little I mean, the correlation looks weaker from my point of view. It's all anecdotal, right? But uh-oh.
Payback time! Save by a machine, how humiliating!
We're at 3 out of 7. I don't see how this is gonna happen. How am I gonna get up from here? Like here, probably?
Access provided.
Can I make that jump? Easy jump. And you, we can make another jump up to this thing. Then I can go here. Don't think that was a good platform. These guys they do so much damage, right? Look, I'm already down at half HP.
Definitely not made for walking.
Please don't take any falling damage. Thank you. Now we start over from scratch. Wait, where did I start climbing? Here, right? Yes, here. And then we took the right turn.
Walking on thorns, not a good idea.
Yeah, I know it's not a good idea, but it's like, what else can I do? I'm dead again. Yeah, I'm screwed. That's it, I'm afraid. I'm dead. No? One more revive.
Let's go!
Alright.
I made a platform.
Oh, I can make the climb with... I thought I couldn't. Oh, then it becomes way easier when you can climb with the thing. Still, I gotta flee. I gotta flee. How do we flee? Can I flee? No?
You want some more? Platform up.
Oops. That was the wrong weapon to use.
Combat positions. The swarm is here.
And another swarm. And I'm out of this ammo. Alright, get over here, you swarmers. Let me get up there. Alright. I thought that there was always an option to leave. It was in the... You could call the drop pod, right? In the other game mode. So I just assumed. As out of you and me, right? This would have been the button, though. Waste all my ammo. Have I been with that thing? Probably not. We can get that then. I suppose. Please don't stab me. I think they were trying to. Do we have any heals close by? No, no healing, no healing. Whoa! All of the dudes. But I mean, at the same time, we were talking about annoying people want to be on the top. At the same time, like, humans have organized themselves hierarchically forever, right? For a long, long, long time. And it has a lot of uses. I don't see any... like, I don't know, reason to stop doing that. And those people that really wants to be on the top, I mean, as long as they do a good job out of it, as long as they don't get to do the decision making, as long as they don't get to make the rules, they have to follow them, then I'm fine with that. Since I wouldn't want to be there, and I would prefer to have someone who would want to be there. Don't think I've been over there. Was it there I was looking? Probably. So we go this way and around we go. Oh. Yeah, that's the path. Then we just keep on running. Oh, is this the last two ones? One there, one up there. Yeah, they become dark when you collect them. Perfect. What is this? Oh, that hurt. The living thing.
Think you could kill me? Well, think again.
Ooh, please don't. I can see the possibilities of maybe making it, maybe getting out. As long as there's not a defense in the end, then maybe. And maybe. Alright, so. Spend our last ammo.
Let's clear them out.
The slowing me down part is annoying. Alright, let's build this. Like if I start utilizing this in a...
Swarm is upon you.
swarm upon me. Oh. Like it is timed, right? Since we have limited ammo. Can't be too slow. Which I have been. And I'm dead.
I'm picking you, whip. Die like your
Oh,
mother.
another revive. How many revive do I have? Oh! I've got one more.
I got the tri-jaw.
Mother in yaw, eh? Great name. Run! Run! Almost dead again. Shoot! Oh, all out of ammo, eh? Ah, I can recall it anytime.
Come and get me, you disgusting.
Yeah, there's no fucking way with one more revive. Okay, I'm gonna spend all my ammo just trying to survive this. And there is definitely gonna be another swarm before I'm done. Holy crap. We can hope. We can hope. Yeah, the hoarder that I am, and the slow moving dude that I am. I think the ammo thing is the worst part about this game so far. And I just failed. Goodbye, cruel world.
Bosco, you are the best. That will teach you.
Did it fall down? Of course it did. Alright, we've been on this path before though. Gotta get the shield. Now start running. Come on, come on, come on. Move. Alright. Okay. Not as bad. On our last revive. Exciting stuff. Why are you blinking red? Can I press you? No. And the last one is up there, which is this path? Yes. Alright. As long as there is no more swarms. No more swarms, and I will make it. I will make it. Here we go.
Platform up.
What the fuck was that jump, dude? Stop being bad.
Platforms
Stop being bad. Alright. Here it is. Right in the smack middle of this thing. I hear enemies. Screw them. Let's just run. We can make it. We can make it. Alright, we're running. Let's not fall down and die again. Can I jump this high? Jump on this thing. And then we can drop down. Look at this. Look at it. We're gonna make it.
Objective completed. Launch controls are active and awaiting your input. So bring it home, team.
So what are we doing? We're just waiting now, right? Oh, we gotta press the button. Gotta press the button. Press the button. Pod arriving in 2 minutes.
Can inbound. Expect heavy resistance until we can pick you up.
I'm all out of all the ammo. There's this thing. Do I want to waste this thing?
Resupply ordered.
Stand back. Supply pod inbound.
Oh, you're not arriving straight away then.
One sentry gun ready to be fed. Resupply pod is here. Everybody collect ammunition. Sentry off. I'm taking some of the ammo.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Never felt better. Reloading.
Alright. Should be fine now. For 1 more minute. Yeah, getting all the ammo.
One down.
Alright, the drop pod was cheaper than I thought it was. That was a hoarder mistake from my side. It's super easy to get 1 or 2 drop pods per mission.
Reloading.
And in them you get 4 reloads per drop pod. I think it was only 15 nitra. How much is it? Doesn't say. Didn't use a single grenade. I don't think.
Decoy up.
Drop pods on the way. Hang in there.
The smell. It lingers. Reloading.
Drop pod has landed and is ready for takeoff.
Oh, it's landed.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 3 minutes.
Oh, over there.
Getting supply. Yeah, give me some sugar.
I want to try. How does this work? Just fine. I didn't even take any damage. Oh. Way better than expected.
beat your record this time. Just watch me.
Wait, where is the...
Drop pod departing in T-minus 2 minutes.
Ah, here we go. Exit zone.
Good work. We're pulling you back in.
Close. Well, the difficulty level is pretty spot on for me, eh? Fuck, man. Still haven't made any decision on where to buy the game now. Feel like I've neglected to burn in memory long enough. So I think I'm gonna go over and doing that either way.
Let's see if you have what it takes.
Even though I haven't made a decision on this game yet. Performance matters. Oh, nice. Reduces fall damage. Very nice.
Magnificent mod!
Ooh,
This
I
mod
forgot
better
about
be worth
this.
it.
Channel your Dwarven Rage through your pickaxe. While holding the mining button, press fire to activate. Max ammo. Pellets. In each shell. So what's that? That's not even 20% extra damage. Well, it depends on how your math is, right? Increased spread, I think it's better. Does it have a maximum range? Yeah, but joke feels like the thing to pick. Blasphemous asks, would you see yourself buying this game?
Been working my ass off to get
Yes.
this.
I don't know if I'll... I mean, I can see myself having fun for at least a week more. A couple of days more at least, you know? Having a good time. And supporting the developers I'm all for, right? Then it becomes the question as well. I mean, say we buy it and play it for a couple of more days. 4 more days, 5 more days, something like that. I can probably see myself coming back to it in a couple of months again and playing some more. I mean, how much of the map did we unlock? Like, I could see myself playing the whole map, unlocking, playing each mission, 1 time each. I can see myself like starting to... I don't know about the perks. Perks are not super... Ooh. 2-minute cooldown though. Those boots were great. They were made for walking. I mean the perks... I mean 2 minutes. No, and the perks are fine, I guess. I could not see myself farming out the perks just to farm the perks. But I could see myself unlocking all of this. How much is the game again? Can't watch it like that. Can see it here. Store page. Oh. It's only 20 euros. Unless you want a legacy bundle. Or deluxe edition. I don't want those. Blasphemous says about 75 to 100 hours of gameplay. I'm not sure I would see myself playing that long. Well, I have been playing how long now? Like 7 hours? Oh, hello, Coleman. Nice to see you again. How are you feeling today? I'm just thinking about whether to buy the game and play it for a couple of more days. Making that decision. I mean, it's only 20 euros, so yeah. Let's play it. Let's beat out the map. Beat off. Wait. Phrasing. That was me trying hard, though. Wasn't very fun. Maybe, I suppose. Let's go, PogJam, says Coleman. Want us beat off? Blasphemous says you have so many games to play. I do have so many games to play, but not, I mean, we have to, like, when they're using manipulative commercial PR tricks, we have to fall for them. That's the whole point of them, right? Whole point of consumerism. We have to be a little bit consumerist. Can be vehemently against it in an ethical point of view, right? And politically, we could argue and fight for limiting loot boxes and all that. And privately, we can just buy all the games. Buy the games. Buy all of them. Coleman122 says, I didn't know you played Deep Rock Galactic. Because you weren't online, I think. Oh. I mean, I am online. Not on Steam, I suppose. Invite friends? I mean... Oh, maybe I'm a peer offline or something like that. I'm happy that way, I suppose. Blasphemous says, well, you did finish a game the other day. You should reward yourself. Exactly, Blasphemous. You get the thinking. You know, if there are always excuses. There are always excuses. I mean, I haven't bought a game since I don't even remember. I know that I did not play the game that I bought. Oh no, I bought Minecraft. But that's different. I bought that for my nephew, so I could play with my nephew when he shows up. Coleman says, I went online. You can invite me now. Oh, I cannot though. There are 10 minutes. There will be... I won't play this anymore today. We're moving over to the other game that I'm reading. Yeah, I'm gonna move over to that. Against Batman. And also, I've been playing solo all day today, and I've felt pretty good about it. I'm still learning the game. Might play solo again tomorrow. Don't know yet. We'll see tomorrow. But for now... Yeah, I'm happy, and... Yeah. I don't know if you're still here, Colgate in on tap, but I'll postpone Tome even longer. Survey? No, not yet. Not yet. I am here, says Colgate in on tap. Yeah, it just came. Well, I mean, I could buy it, play Tome, and then go back to this later. I'm kind of hyped about Tome since the free weekend is over and I'll buy the game, so I could play Tome tomorrow anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Probably. But today we are going back to this. I've neglected this. I think we're close. Maybe not finishing today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe a day more. It's difficult to tell. It's very. It's jumping around in the timelines. All right, so we turn on some music.